talk about motovlogging. Like, oh, that's a big hole. Oh, stay focused. Motovlogging and kind of what it is for me personally. So, I guess going into it, because like everybody, I'm assuming everybody knows what motovlogging is. So I don't really want to describe it because I'm not going to get the definition correct. But from my perspective, motovlogging is basically just anyone who gets on a bike and kind of goes about their day recording their ride and then just talking to the cameras. Not even necessarily talking. Motovloggers, I've seen a couple that like they don't have to say anything. And I still consider it a motovlog because they're going about their day kind of like a vlogger would. But anyways, I wanted to talk about why I feel everybody that has a bike and a camera should start motovlogging. Now I personally feel that way because I feel like it's a really cool thing to like have a personal record of all of your rides that you've gone on. And not necessarily every ride, because you don't have to record. I got a shoe out of the window. You don't have to record every ride that you do. That's something that I wish I would record more of my rides, because most of the times that I've had something bad happen to myself, like any of my crashes or any time I've done something that I was particularly proud of, I never had the camera on. And I wish I would record more often so that I could just have a personal archive of how my riding has progressed over the years. Because I've been riding for 5 years, and the only thing I really regret, I mean, there's a couple things I regret, but I think the biggest thing I regret is just not recording more. Because I could go and say like, oh, I regret getting rid of this bike or that bike. And I think the biggest reason I regret getting rid of those bikes is because I just didn't feel like I rode with them as much as I should have. Which I feel like if I recorded my rides more often, I would have that footage to look back on and be like, no, I did a bunch on those bikes. I don't really regret getting rid of it. It was a stepping stone. And that's kind of going back onto why I feel like having the record of like just video recordings of your ridings is really nice, because then you can go back through all the years you've been riding and you can see all the journeys you've taken, all the bikes you've owned, people you've met, places you've been, this, that, and other. So that's like the big reason why I feel like everybody should record their rides. Going into that, what I was talking about, like saying how you see yourself improve, that's another reason I feel like recording your rides is a big positive, because then you can go back and see like small mistakes you're possibly making while you're riding that unless you had someone coaching you, you're not really going to be able to focus on paying attention to riding, and also focus on like, oh, I'm doing this same little mistake over and over again in the same turn or the same road. So it's just nice to have that footage that you can basically go back on and say like, I'm gonna wave to him. Basically have that footage to go back on and say like, yeah, I did this little issue that I would like to improve on. That's for improvement. Motovlogging definitely is helpful because you can look back and see what you need to improve on. Maybe you're doing something good that you want to remember how you did that last time. What else? I'm gonna stop talking because it's kind of windy through here. I don't know if I covered my mic correctly. Smooth pavement. It's so nice and smooth. Ah, there's a plate. Ah! out for all the construction plates. What else was I going to talk about? I did having record of your riding, improving your riding abilities. What else? Oh, general safety. I mean, technically you could argue it's nice to record all your rides because then you're covered if someone like collides with you. You have footage of like, oh, it wasn't my fault. They did this, this, and this. Here, I'm gonna see what's going on up here. But yeah, basically you get like a video of like just for the record, like, oh no, they pulled out in front of me, my light was green, yada yada yada. That's not the only reason I ride with my cameras on, but you could argue that's an important thing to have a camera on a bike, is just for your own safety and for evidence is the word I'm looking for. Okay, another thing I just it popped back into my head, I remember now. It's nice to be able to share your footage. So like, that's kind of the reason why I upload to YouTube, is so that family and friends that I have that don't live with me can basically kind of experience the rides I go on without necessarily having to like come out to visit or get on a bike themselves. And that's kind of a nice thing about like having all the cameras nowadays, is that you can record in pretty much really high quality the rides you're going on and share it with people, so other people can see the rides you're going on, and then they can decide from that video like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, maybe I want to take my bike out there and go ride on those trails too. So that's another big thing about motovlogging that's pretty neat, is just the shareability of it, and the ways that in the digital age we live now, how you can share these experiences with people, which I think is pretty cool. I had like a list that I had wrote down on all these things I wanted to talk about, and now that I'm out and about in the heat, I have no idea what I want to talk about. Ooh, there's a Jackson's coming there. Another gas station coming to a corner near you soon. So yeah, those are like, I can't think, there was one more thing I had, and I just can't for the life of me remember what it was. I talked about, what did I talk about? Oh man, I'm blanking hard. I'll go backwards. I did shareability, safety for like having recorded for evidence or whatnot, traffic accidents. I said improving your mistakes, and then what was that first one I did? Sawdust! Ah! Come on, dude, it wasn't even 20 minutes ago and I'm already spacing what I said. This is something else I need to work on, and this, I'm gonna add this to the list now. The reason I motovlog is so that I can do better at remembering things that like I talked about in a conversation, because I am one of those people where like you'll say something to me and it's in one ear and out the other within 15 seconds. I've already spaced and forgot what we were talking about. So I kind of like motovlogging because it allows me to focus on riding, but also I have to get better at information retention and having a set plan before I start doing something so that I can remember exactly what I was going to talk about. And saying all that has not helped me remember the first thing I was talking about. So, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, those are some of the reasons why I personally think everyone should start motovlogging. If you already have a bike and you already have a camera, even if you don't have a mic, just slap the camera somewhere on your bike where it can like be on the front of your bike and it can see what you're doing. Or like if you have a chest strap or anything where you can basically just get a view of what you're looking at, or even a view of you riding. I feel like everyone that has a camera on a bike should already be doing this. It's just like a given. Now, oh, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about. If you're recording all these things, don't feel forced to upload them. because a lot of it I just don't want to like upload to YouTube because I'm like, it's empty space. It's just me going back and forth on empty roads, rambling to myself. I want to focus on my rides, not focus on what I want to talk about. So yeah, if you record something, don't stress if nobody watches it. It doesn't matter. Record it for yourself. Record what you're doing so that you can look back on it from 5 years from now and be like, oh shit, I remember when I went out into the fields and was rambling about some stupid topic. That was kind of fun. It's more or less for yourself. You shouldn't be uploading videos just to get famous on YouTube or whatnot. I feel like that's kind of something that's lost on YouTube now because it's become so popular. Everybody sees it as a revenue source rather than what the platform used to start as. It's a way to share yourself with other people, which is something that I don't do on the internet very often. And that's kind of why I'm forcing myself to upload these videos, is because for all the years I've been on the internet, I just lurk and I never contribute or talk to people online. So I kind of want to use YouTube as a way to, you know, like their slogan used to be, YouTube, broadcast yourself. And I think that's kind of something that more people should start doing. Stop letting all these big companies take up YouTube space and take up the homepage. Start like doing just what YouTube was started on. Start recording like silly videos with you and your friends, or going out and doing stuff, having adventures. It's fun. It's also another thing, it's a skill that you can learn, like video editing, recording, all these cool things that like people think are hard. It's not that hard. You can honestly go onto YouTube itself and learn how to do these things. And then it's just a matter of fact, like then it's just a matter of how much time do you want to put into this. Like, it's more fun when you just go out, record your ride, and then upload it to YouTube without thinking about it too much. So yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting now because I think I've covered everything I want to talk about. That's the reasons why I feel more people should motovlog. And yeah, if you guys agree with me or you have anything else you'd like to add, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to read through those and try to answer them. What are you doing? So yeah, until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. And with that, goodbye, camera. Kind of windy.